Hi everybody, this is Motherpoy here, and today I'm going to do a video about how I became a Kaiju fan. So, yeah, there's no news of any Kaiju. I believe there's no news of any Kaiju. Maybe later in today there might be, but so far there's not any new news. And yeah, today is Thanksgiving. So yeah, and also I'm if you count all the videos, even this one, it's 96 videos. So I need 4 more videos for it to get to 100 videos, which is pretty good. And once I reach 100 videos, I'm either thinking maybe doing a Gamerathon. I mean, not Gamerathon, Godzilla-thon. Maybe. I'm thinking about that. But yeah. But anyway, now let's get into topic. So, how did I became a Kaiju fan? So, okay, I was 4 years old. The year was I'm not sure what year it was. Long time ago. So, anyways, I was 4 years old. I was at my grandmother's house. I forgot what day it was. It was like close to like Thanksgiving or something, but not exactly Thanksgiving. Like I can't tell. But I was 4 years old and I was at my grandmother's house, and it was dark time. It wasn't like sunny outside. It was kind of chilly and kind of dark outside. And me and my dad were sitting in the couch, watching channels. My dad is just switching the channels with the remotes. And then that's when, all of a sudden, he switches the channel and Godzilla versus Godzilla 2000 comes up. Oh yeah, and also before, I used to actually like dinosaurs, like T-Rex, Triceratops, Saudi Ceratosaur. Doesn't even exist. What the heck? Calioteryx. Those dinosaurs. I liked them before Godzilla. Oh, and actually, whenever I saw Godzilla, I actually thought that was a dinosaur fighting like another dinosaur. Even though I guess Godzilla is kind of a mutated dinosaur, but Orga, he's not a dinosaur. He's like an alien or. Yeah, alien. But I thought it was, Godzilla, which I thought it was like T-Rex fighting, a different dinosaur that I never knew about. So, I really enjoyed it. My dad just left it on for a little bit. And then he decided to change it because it was a little bit too gory. Because actually, yeah, Godzilla 2000 was a little bit gory. Because there's some parts where Godzilla shoots its breath at Orga's face. And then, Orga is like, his skin all melts and then he reforms back together. It's just a little bit too, too gory for a 4-year-old, I guess. I don't know if it really is, but for his standards, yeah. So then he wanted to change it, but then I insisted that he should not, and he didn't. And then I watched the whole movie just like that. So yeah, as you can tell, Godzilla 2000 is my favorite movie because that was my first movie that I ever saw, and also has good character development, and also the action is very quick, and also has my favorite monster, which is Orga. So yeah, so then that's how the whole dinosaur thing, and then that's when I wanted to watch more of these little battle stuff. So, but I didn't know what they were called. So then that's when my dad decided to get other movies of this thing, in which I called the dinosaur. The next thing you know it, I knew it was actually Godzilla, and next thing you know it, I saw Godzilla movies. When I was 5 years old, that's when I saw all the Godzilla movies except Godzilla 1985. Or 1994, or Return of Godzilla, whatever you want to call it. That was the only one that I didn't saw at that time. And then, I already knew about Godzilla. I thought it was like, one of the only. I thought it was actually the only like giant monster there is. From the Godzilla monsters and all that stuff. And then that's when I was watching Godzilla and on YouTube, in which I got introduced with YouTube when I was 5 years old. And then I was watching Godzilla and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden I see it popped up a trailer of Godzilla vs. Gamera, the Gaia War. I believe it's called like that. It's still on the internet, but yeah, it's called like that. So I've been watching the trailer and I'm like, I never seen this monster in any Godzilla films. Since I already knew that like what the main story is of Godzilla 1984 or Godzilla 1985 or AKA Godzilla, Return of Godzilla, whatever. I already knew what the story was, which was just destroying buildings and stuff like that. I didn't know there was gonna be like a little monster called Shokairis, I believe it's called. I don't know how you pronounce it, but yeah. But I already knew that there was no big main monsters. So I was wondering where did Gamera come from. So then that's when I searched him up, and then that's when I knew about Gamera, that he's another kaiju from Daiei from 1965. So yeah, he's a giant turtle that flies and shoots fireballs. Kind of very fictional, but yeah, I guess he wanted to make it over the top fictional. And yeah, and then I knew all his monsters. Well, almost all his monsters. The only ones I didn't know was Zetus, Legion. What other one? Well, the Legion soldiers, right? So yeah, and I believe that's it. The rest I knew. I think Griren I didn't know. Griren or Griron, whatever you want to call it. And then I learned those two. And then all of a sudden I watched another video. And this video is called Gamera Action. It's from Ella King 05. I bet you know that video. I think it's very popular right now. But yeah, it's from Ella King 05. So and then that's when I watched that video. And on the Gamera one, I haven't seen any movies of it, but I actually wanted to just for curious, I wanted to search up Gamera. So I searched Gamera on Google, and then all of a sudden Gamera shows up, and then I search him up and all that stuff, and then it ends up that Gamera is part of the Ultraman series, and and then that's when I learned all the monsters of, not all the monsters, but almost all the monsters of the of Ultraman and Gamera. And then I learned that there's like episodes, and that there's different Ultraman, like Ultraman Tiga, Ultraman Leo, Ultraman Taro, Ultraman Universe, Ultraman Ultraman Jack, Ultraman Dyna, Ultraman Ultra 7, etc., etc. I can't say all of them because it's super long. Oh yeah, Ultraman's Earth. But anyways, and then time passed. Oh, and actually, when I learned about the Gamera, I was about 6 years old, and whenever I learned the Ultraman, I was about 10 years old. Wait, 10 years old? Like around, actually 9 years old when I learned the Gamera. Not the Gamera, the oh my gosh, the my God, be kidding me. The Ultraman. Sorry, my mistake. Yeah, whatever. And then I thought those were the only kaiju in which I think it was. I thought it was. And then I actually found this new website that's called Godzilla. I think it's called Wikizilla, I believe. I think it's called like that. It has all this Godzilla stuff. And then I look up in the and I think there's a category. There's like different categories. There's like Godzilla, Godzilla monsters, video game monsters, merchandise, all this stuff. And then there's this category. I think it's called miscellaneous monsters. I didn't know what miscellaneous at that time meant. Well, I kind of knew that it meant weird, but I didn't know the real exact definition. But actually I think I knew the definition, which is kind of like weird monsters, I guess. That's what I translated to. And then that's when I look up these monsters. And then I look up Yongari and Gorgo. Those are the ones that stand up the most for me. And then, I learned that, Yongari has another movie. Has two movies, which is, the 1960, I forgot what year it was. I think it was 1967. I'm not sure. I forgot. The old one. And then there's another one in 2001 called Reptilian. And then, I learned about Gorgo that he's a British, he's like a British take to Godzilla. And, I haven't seen the movie, but I know what the main, story is. For the Yongari, yeah, I've seen both movies already. And then after there, I learned all the other kaiju, like Pukasari and, Garuda and all that stuff, to the miscellaneous category right there. So you can go ahead and check that. And one of my favorite ones is, what's the name? I believe it's called Rago, or Raja. I think it's called Rago. Is it called Rago? I think it's called Raja, I think. No, Raja. I forgot what it's called, but it looks very similar to Godzilla, except it looks like a combination of Godzilla and Titanosaurus combined. So yeah, that's one of my favorite of the miscellaneous one. As well as Yongari and Gorgo, yeah. Those are one of my favorites as well. And then, I learned through the years all those. And my last one was, I think, the Pacific Rim ones, because, those came out in July 2013. So, yeah, that's how I became a Kaiju fan. Oh, and also, I forgot to mention that King Kong was after Godzilla, and Mothra was, I think Mothra was before King Kong. So yeah, just in case I've skipped those. So it was like this. So first I learned Godzilla, then it was Mothra, then it was King Kong. And actually Mothra, because I saw the movies. And I thought Mothra was part of the Godzilla series, but it looks like it turned out that it's not. King Kong, my dad told me about that, and it's very famous in America. And then it was Gamera because of the trailer, the fake trailer, and Huge Man because of Gamora action. And then, Yongari, Gorgo, all the rest. And then Pacific Rim at last, because, those came out, this year. So, yeah. So, this is the end for this video. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment. And, so, yeah, remember, this is Thanksgiving Day. So, remember to be thankful to your families and, all the stuff that they have helped you on. So, anyways, this is Metal Poda, signing out.